What's up guys, welcome back to my channel and to another episode of what I have decided to call our money goal marathon. Every month on my channel I let you guys know where we're at in our progress for our annual financial goals. At the end of 2020 I did a video setting out all our financial goals for the year, for retirement savings, for emergency fund savings, for debt payoff, all of that. And in this video every month I let you know how we're doing on making progress towards each of those goals. My husband and I are on year 2 of our debt-free journey. Last year we paid off over $60,000 of debt and we've got, a long way to go. We've got just under $300,000 of student loan debt to pay off at this point that I'm filming this video. But we made a lot of good progress the first year of our debt-free journey. And then when we hit year 2, we decided we were still going to keep working really hard to pay off our debt, but we wanted to contribute more to other financial goals while we're paying off debt. My husband and I turned 34 this year. He's already 34. I turned 34 this month, and we hadn't really started saving a lot for retirement, and we just didn't want to wait until we were totally debt-free because $300,000 of student loan debt may not only take us a couple years to pay off. Like, it may be longer depending on how we decide to prioritize things over the next few years. So while year 1 of debt-free journey was really clear where all our extra money went, year 2 has been a little more confusing, which is why I put together this spreadsheet that I am so obsessed with, that tracks all of our financial goals, and we can see how far we are towards completing each one and keep everything really organized. Now I'm very excited to share that this spreadsheet that I am showing you guys today and every month in this money goals update is going to be available for purchase on my Etsy shop on April 24th. So I have been working on perfecting it and making it really great for you guys and getting it all set up. I am filming a tutorial of how to set it up and how to use it, and that is going to go live on my channel on Saturday, April 24th, 2021. So if you're watching this video before then and you're interested in getting the spreadsheet, then just hold on a couple more weeks. That's going to be available very soon. And if that date has already passed and you're interested in purchasing the spreadsheet, the link to my Etsy shop will be in the description below, and you can purchase it for your use as well. It is going to be an instant download to Google Sheets, so you just purchase it, you download it immediately, and you can get started right away using it. So if you want to track your financial goals along with me every month and update our spreadsheets together and and be working from the same format, then I'm super excited to share that will be available, like I said, on April 24th. Okay, so this is what my spreadsheet looks like. This is our annual financial goal tracking for 2021. A couple things here in the income section, you'll see these little arrows here. That's because I hide all of our income. I break it out by each paycheck that we receive for my husband and I, and then other miscellaneous income, and that is just private between us, so I hide that. And then also you'll see the arrows here, and that this only goes through March. It actually goes through the whole year, but I hide the other months when I don't need them, because then we can see these year-to-date amounts and the goals and percentage of goal completed a little easier. But I'll show you guys, it just, it can pop out and you have all the months there. So let me just hide those again. Okay, so let's start out with our income for this month. So this was a good income month for us. My husband and I both make over 6 figures. So, I know that's not relatable for everyone, but most people also don't have $300,000 of student loan debt, and that's part of why we invested in ourselves, so we could get jobs where we could make great salaries. So for this month, we brought in a gross paychecks of $22,228. Now, gross means before taxes or anything, so when you look at your pay stub, what is the actual amount you got paid before they took out health insurance or taxes or anything like that? That's what we got paid this month. And so looking at our year-to-date, so far we've brought in $67,390. I set a goal for the year of $250,000, and so we are 26.96% of the way to that goal. Now, with it being March, we are 25% of the way through the year, so if we are at around 25% completed for all of these goals this month, then we are on track for the year. Even if we're behind, it may be because we're focusing on another goal, but that's why I have this spreadsheet to keep everything organized. So just wanted to mention that. if we were right on track, we'd be at 25% completed, and we're a little bit ahead of that. So we are on track to bring home that goal of $250,000 this year. Next is our retirement savings. So first of all, my husband's 401k, that gets automatically deducted from his paycheck. So he had 2 paychecks this month, and each one deducted $750. So he contributed $1,500 to his 401k. Year to date, he's contributed $4,500, and our goal is for him to max out his 401k, which for 2021, the max is $19,500, so we are 23% of the way to that goal. He will have a month coming up in July where he gets 3 paychecks in 1 month, so it looks like he's behind for the year, but really it's on track because of how the months work. 1 month he'll have a 3rd paycheck in the same month, and then it'll be like ahead or on track. For my Roth IRA this month, we contributed $1,500, and so the year-to-date total contributed is $2,500. The goal is for me to max out my Roth IRA, which has a limit for this year of $6,000. So I am 41.67% of the way to that goal. Now you'll see the last 2 months I contributed $500, and this month I contributed $1,500. And that is because I just want to get this one done. You'll see next month in April that I believe we're going to be able to complete this goal, get it to 100%, and get it fully funded. So yeah, I kind of want to front load some of our investments so then we can have those done for the year and we can just focus on the debt payoff or other goals. So yeah, mine is almost 42% completed, and probably we will be 100% completed the next month when I make my update video. Next is our HSA. We contributed $1,800 this month, and so we're at $3,600 for the year, and there is a family limit of $7,200 for 2021, so we're 50% of the way to that goal. However, we switched our health insurance as of April 1st, and I don't know if we over contributed because I don't think we're eligible to contribute the full amount since we switched mid-year and we're not on a high deductible health plan. You have to be on a high deductible health plan to contribute to an HSA. Don't quote me on all this. I think we're doing it wrong, so like look up your own information on this. But yeah, we're looking into that, so that may get adjusted a little bit. But for now, we're 50% of the way to that goal if it stays $7,200 as our goal. Next, we have my daughter's 529 plan. Each month we contribute, around $100 to $150 to it, plus any money that she gets from birthdays or Christmas or holidays or anything from anyone, we throw right into this account. Ever since day one when she was born, we've done that, and so this month we contributed $125, which brings us to $725 for the year, and that is 29% of the way to our goal of $2,500. So that one is definitely on track for the year. And then finally, increasing our emergency fund. So we wanted to increase our emergency fund by $6,000 this year. It was at $18,000 at the beginning of the year, and we wanted to bring it up to $24,000. We didn't contribute anything this month. We just contributed $1,000 in January, but you can see in March it's 0. So year to date we've contributed $1,000, and our goal is $6,000. So we're 16.6% of the way to that goal. So that's a little bit behind, but if we contributed another $1,000, we would be ahead. So I think next month in April, we're contributing $1,000 to that goal. So for retirement and savings total this month, we contributed almost $5,000. We're at $12,000 for the year, and we've got the $41,000 goal. So overall, we are almost 30% of the way to our goal, so ahead of schedule overall between all the different goals in the retirement/savings category. Next, looking at our debt, which is kind of like my favorite section, but also like my least favorite in a way. Like I get most excited about this progress, but also it's like the most stressful part of our financial situation. So I think that's similar for most people, but anyway, so my husband's undergrad loan was paid off, so we hit that goal. That's at 100%. We paid that off in January. And then we've just got my husband's graduate school loan, my graduate school loan, and then our goal of making extra payments towards debt. So for his loan, the minimum payment is $1,011, so we made that payment this month, and so that is right on track. We're just at about 25% completed for the year, and so if we make all those minimum payments on time, that will get to 100%. And same thing with my graduate school loan. My graduate school loan has a minimum payment of $2,033 per month, and we are right on track at 25% done. So we've made all the minimum payments on my student loan for the year. And then finally, for extra payments, this month we paid $2,350 extra towards student loan debt, which means year to date we've paid $5,500 extra, and we have a goal of $19,735. extra in payments, and so we are 27.87% of the way to that goal. So looking at the total debt, we made payments of $5,394 this month. Year to date, we've paid $17,169 on our goal of $58,800. So we are 29% of the way to our debt payoff goal. All right, so finally, expenses. Our expenses, in that category, I not only include like our groceries and gas and utilities and everything like that, but our mortgage is included in the expenses, even though that's technically debt payoff, because I'm just focusing on the debt that we're trying to pay off early in our debt payoff section. And if we didn't have a mortgage, we would have rent anyway, so I just put that in our expenses category. And then also in this section is taxes and health insurance and all that stuff that comes out of our paychecks. So our goal for the year is to spend less than $150,000 total on expenses. In the month of March, we spent $11,909 on expenses. So for the year, that brings us to $37,896, and that is 25.26% of the way to our goal. Now, unlike the other sections previous to this, where being ahead of the percentage goal for the month is a good thing, we do not want to be ahead on this goal, because that means we are like overspending on and being on track for the month. So being right at 25, a little over 25, we've spent a little bit more than we should have, but I think that's because our income's been a little bit more than proportionally for the year. So we've made like 27% of goal for our income, and so to have spent, we spent a little more too, if that makes sense, but just barely. Like, we're really in good shape. So if you look down here for the month of March, I have us set to try to pay 40% or more of our gross pay to savings and debt, and then 60% or less into expenses. So for the month of March, we put 46% of our gross pay to savings and debt and 53.58% to expenses. So year to date, we're at 43.77% of our total money that we brought in has gone to debt or savings, and 56.23% has gone to expenses. So we are on track, we're ahead of that goal, and so that is super exciting, because when I set those goals, I wasn't 100% sure like what our numbers had looked like in 2020. It was just kind of like, we looked at things generally and we're like, let's try to set it around here. And so the fact that we're meeting it and exceeding it a little bit is really exciting, and I'm super proud of us. It's amazing to me that 2 years ago now, we were barely contributing anything to retirement. We were just doing the company match for my husband. Our student loans were still growing and going up because we were on income-based repayment, and we're just paying a little bit over the minimum was all we could afford. We had 2 car payments, we had credit card debt, and in the matter of like a couple short years, we've really turned things around. So it just goes to show that, like, if you can just push and hit that breaking point, get that like escape velocity, because we paid off one car and then we paid off another car, and that was like a $950 a month swing. And then we both got raises, and we took all of that and used it to pay off credit card debt, and then we've taken all of that extra money and now used it to put towards retirement and pay down our student loan debt. And it really does snowball when you just are consistent with it and keep working on it and keep working on making more money and spending less and putting the difference towards your financial goals. So that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said at the beginning, if you like this spreadsheet and you want to use it yourself to track your financial goals, the link to my Etsy shop will be in the description. If that listing isn't live when you're watching this video, it will be live very soon, so watch for that. I'm excited for you guys to be able to use this spreadsheet along with me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. And if you want to subscribe to my channel and see if we hit our financial goals this year, then make sure you hit that red subscribe button. I'd love to have you as a subscriber, and I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Bye.